Tractorman 44, if you're watching, it's hot out here and I'm sweating.
Are you in a club that needs a new website? Or does your club's website need to be completely redone and kept up to date? I created my first website in 1998. I developed and maintained several sites until about 2008. At that point, life got in the way. I got back into web development in early 2020. Since then, I have worked very hard at relearning HTML, CSS, and PHP. These are the tools I need to know to create your one-of-a-kind website. Please visit davescorneroftheworld.com.
I think what I want to do is take this cover off. See, here's that plastic thing that the primary rides on. And I've got to make sure I get all this gasket material off. There's the old gasket. It was actually a gasket. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was. Okay, here's two things to kind of watch for. There's two little alignment pins. One right here and one back here. And make sure you don't lose those. You need to take everything out, clean it up real well. Don't drop it in the dirt. If you drop it in the dirt, you'll have to clean it up again. Take the back one out. Okay. Now this needs to be absolutely so clean, nothing on it at all. Ready to put the gasket back on. Now I don't know if this is necessary or not, but what Les and I always did, Les was my best friend and mentor. He was 20 years older than I am. I lost him several years ago. We were best friends from the time I was 27. And I'm 70 now, so 65. From 27 to 65, we were best friends, and he taught me anything in the mechanical line, any of this kind of stuff that I'm doing, anything that I do on a motorcycle, he taught me. Matter of fact, pretty much the man I am is because of Les Bonnet. That could be good, that could be bad, but that's because of Les Bonnet. He's a wonderful man. I miss him daily. Anyway, what he taught me to do when we put on new gaskets is to take and put oil on each side of that gasket. He said just take and pour a little bit of it on. Work it in. This is why I'm not a Harley mechanic. Oh, gollies, I think I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one goes in there. Wow, that was a chore. That gasket's back in there. Now all I gotta do is put all the bolts around there, put the clutch in, adjust it, and put the peg on and the shifter, and we'll be done. Won't that be nice? Tighten up the primary chain, of course. I'm just going to tighten these up to where it's just snug. All of them around. Not around in a circle, but candy corner from each other. That way everything will pull up together. But this first go around, I don't want to even just barely. Okay, I got them just barely touching now, all of them. Yep. Oh, now I'm going to put just a little bit more pressure on each one of them. Okay. Tractor Man 44, if you're watching, it's hot out here, and I'm sweating. Gotta go check out Tractor Man 44's channel. He's a pretty cool dude. He's a few months younger than I am, and I turned 70 in May. So, but he's a pretty cool dude. He and his wife was gracious enough that let me take my motorhome over and put on his property for a few days. I just had a blast. I didn't know him before YouTube, so thank you, YouTube. That's certainly not cranked down tight, but I think it might be tight enough, at least for a little while. I might be able to tighten it in another 100 miles or something. Tighten it just a little bit more. I don't have a foot-pounds per inch torque bar, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have any of them. And I know they're supposed to be set at something, but I don't know what they are. I don't know what it's supposed to be set at. So I just put them in. Don't put them in too tight because you don't want to pull, you don't want to stretch the bolt. That'll make it not work right at all. Alright, now we're going to try to put this clutch cable in here. Got the O-ring on there. That went in. I sure hope you're the right threads. Because if not, yeah, I just have to put the other one in is all. Uh-oh. It's not the right threads, I don't think. I had that problem with something else I bought from China. It was my mirrors. That's on this motorcycle right now. Nope. Not the right thread. Not the right thread. Well, shoot. Well, that's what I get for trying to save a few dollars. That's okay. We'll oil this one up real good. Now it's got an O-ring on it, so I don't want to tighten it down too tight. Because it wasn't very tight when I took it out. That's plenty tight, I'm sure. Yes, it is. Okay. And this went over here like so. And this piece screwed in. Okay, all that's together. Now, go back up here and put the clutch cable, or the clutch handle back on. There's the ring, okay. This goes up along here. I'm going to put this back. Goes right there like that. Okay. Okay, tight enough. Now all I have to do is adjust the clutch, put the oil in it, I'll be done. Everything's really hot. Just walk that little thing in all the way. Don't put hard, just like that, and back it out a quarter turn. Right there. Then this goes in. This is what locks it into place. Now, there was a seal in here that I forgot about and promptly dropped it. When I took it apart, it's good to go. Wouldn't hurt if there's a little bit of oil on that too. There's some little bitty tiny keepers, one right there, there, and there. And they need to be kind of squished in there. Well, I'm still in this project. I got that seal put in. Battery died. And anyway, I got that seal put in and I made a funnel for here. And of course the wind's going to blow. Hopefully it won't blow too much dirt inside my primary case. Anyway, I need to put almost a full quart of oil in there. So I had to make a funnel. I got a lot of these containers. I eat a lot of potato chips. Yeah, it's right up there where it's supposed to be. So that's good enough. We got the cover to put back. Oh yeah, I got to tighten up the primary chain that goes in here. Otherwise, I'll really wish I had have. Earlier, this little guy jumped out, but we'll put him back. Put that on there like so. One of these days I'm going to get the proper bolts for this, but for now this is going to work. I don't get into town very often. At least town's big enough to have a Harley shop. And they're just quarter 20 screws, bolts, whatever you want to call them. So it's no real big deal. The flathead works in there just fine. A little bit of tighten. A little bit of tighten. A little bit of tighten. That should be good enough. Alright, now. Okie dokie. Here we go. I need to put that on. I need to get rid of some of this grease. That's what I need to do. Ooh, wee. It's time to put on the shifter. Put it on is easier than taking it off. Put the bolt back down in there. I hope that's the right spline it's supposed to be on. Otherwise it'll feel funny for a while. I think it's alright. Tighten it down with an Allen wrench. You need to check that every once in a while because these little splines in here, they will eventually strip out if you don't keep that reasonably tight. Check it every once in a while. Alright. Last two bolts. We need the bigger Allen wrench. Well, that's not going to go like that. It's going to have to go like that. Alright. That's some more better. That's some more better. I'll go ahead and put this other one in. That won't be flopping around on me. So to adjust the clutch cable yet and adjust the primary chain. That's right, the primary chain is right there. Okay, like I said, the primary chain's right here somewhere. The wind's gonna blow all my stuff away. Well, I got everything all covered up. Everything can blow now. Tighten that down a little bit, just barely, until I get this screw all the way in. Well, I'm sure you guys heard a lot of wind noise. I'm sorry. Out here in the desert, I'm about 20 miles from Bend, Oregon, out in the desert southeast. And the wind blows and it doesn't. And it blows and it doesn't. Alright, got that tight. Got that tight. The rest of those bolts around there are tight. So now we'll adjust the clutch. Clutch is done in here. We just need to tighten it up here to where we only have 1/8 of an inch of play on the handle. So we just tighten it down. Back it out. More or less until you can't turn it by hand. That must be about it. A little bit too tight. So I'm going to back it out. Alright. Now, I had to put the old clutch back in because the new clutch, the new clutch cable, the threads were wrong on it. So, couldn't use it. Now, let's take a look at the handlebar clutch lever. About 1/8 of an inch of play right there. That should be right. Alright, here's your inspection cover. I've already broke that loose. I'll go get a wrench to take that out. Like I said, I've already broke these loose, so they just come right out. They got a little O-ring on them. Careful, you don't want to lose that. This has an O-ring with it as well. We need to make sure that that's with the cover. And the cover is only going to go on in one way, so you can't really put that on wrong. Anyway, I never have been able to. I've had that cover off a few times. Now, I think I need a 7/8 inch wrench. That's the one I need? Yep. Okay. So what we're going to do, take an Allen wrench, tighten this down. I need a little bit more, need a little bit tighter than that. Alright, that's about right. I think. Tighten this guy down at that point. Recheck it. Seems about right. Make sure the O-ring's in place. Set that back in there. Start that little bolt. Start that little bolt. Now, you don't need to make any of these tight. These four, those two, they don't need to be tight at all. Because the aluminum cases just seem to like glue compared to those steel bolts, and they just kind of grab onto them. I'll be right back with a socket. Well, I said I'd be right back with a socket, but I didn't mean a socket, I meant a ratchet. So, and I'm not going to tighten these down very much. That's for sure. That's plenty. That's a plenty. I'm going to buy those two bolts new too one of these days whenever I get to Harley. All right. If all goes well, this job is done. I can't see anything I've forgotten. So, we're going to call it.
Please subscribe, hit the bell to get notified every time I post a new video.